When people think of heroes, they often imagine someone who never falls, someone who always makes the right choice, someone untouched by darkness. But that is not the story of Riku, and perhaps that is why so many people connect with him. Because Riku's journey in Kingdom Hearts is not about avoiding darkness. It is about learning how to live with it. At the beginning, Riku is strong, talented, and ambitious. He wants freedom. He wants to see the worlds beyond his island. He wants to become more than he currently is. Yet hidden beneath that ambition is something many of us understand. Fear. Fear of being left behind. Fear of not being enough. Fear that someone else will take your place. When darkness first approaches Riku, it doesn't arrive looking evil. It arrives looking useful. It offers power. It offers certainty. It offers answers. And that is often how darkness works. Darkness rarely introduces itself as destruction. It introduces itself as a shortcut, as a solution, as a promise. Riku accepts that promise and falls deeper into darkness than he ever intended. He loses himself. He hurts people. He becomes someone he never wanted to become. Yet the remarkable thing about Riku is that his story does not end there. Many stories teach that darkness must be destroyed. Riku's story teaches something different. Darkness exists inside all of us. Jealousy, anger, regret, fear, doubt. These are shadows that every person carries. The question is not whether darkness exists. The question is whether darkness controls us. For a long time, Riku believes that because he fell into darkness, he can never truly return. He sees his mistakes. He sees his failures. He sees the damage he caused. And like many people carrying regret, he wonders if redemption is even possible. But redemption is not found by pretending the darkness never happened. Redemption comes from facing it, accepting it, learning from it. That is where Riku's greatest transformation begins. While others seek a simple path, Riku walks a far more difficult road. He chooses neither complete darkness nor blind light. He chooses balance. He chooses responsibility. He chooses truth. One of the most powerful ideas in Riku's story is that light and darkness are not merely forces battling each other. They are parts of existence itself. Without darkness, there is no understanding of light. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without fear, courage has no meaning. Riku eventually realizes that running from darkness only gives it more power. Instead, he acknowledges it. He accepts that darkness is part of his history, part of his journey, but not part of his destiny. There is a profound difference. Your past influences you. It does not define you. Your mistakes teach you. They do not own you. Your darkness exists, but it does not command you. That lesson resonates far beyond the world of Keyblades and Heartless. Many people spend years fighting parts of themselves, the mistakes they made, the anger they felt, the pain they carry. They believe they must become perfect before they can move forward. Riku shows another path. You do not need to become perfect. You need to become honest. You need to acknowledge your shadows without surrendering to them. You need to walk forward anyway. That is why Riku eventually becomes one of the strongest characters in the series. Not because he is free from darkness, but because he understands it. The person who has faced their own darkness and overcome it often possesses a wisdom that innocence alone cannot provide. Riku's strength comes from experience, from failure, from suffering, from getting back up after falling, again and again. His journey reminds us that true maturity is not found in pretending darkness does not exist. It is found in learning how to carry both darkness and light without losing yourself. Life itself often feels like the road Riku walks. There are moments when light seems obvious, moments of friendship, joy, purpose, and hope. There are also moments of darkness, loss, loneliness, heartbreak, fear, confusion. Most people encounter both. The challenge is learning not to be consumed by either extreme. Blind optimism can ignore reality. Complete despair can erase hope. Wisdom exists somewhere in the middle. That is where Riku eventually stands. Not as a boy who never made mistakes, not as someone untouched by darkness, but as someone who understands that every day is a choice to move forward, a choice to protect others, a choice to believe that who you become matters more than who you once were. Perhaps that is why Riku's story remains so powerful. It speaks to anyone who has struggled, anyone who has fallen, anyone who has looked in the mirror and seen flaws they wished they could erase. Riku teaches that your darkness does not make you unworthy, your mistakes do not make you irredeemable, your scars do not prevent you from becoming stronger. The road to light is not always about escaping darkness. Sometimes it is about walking through it, learning from it, mastering it, and emerging from the other side wiser than before. That is Riku's legacy, not the victory of light over darkness, but the victory of a person who learned that both existed within him, and chose, every day, to let the light guide the darkness, rather than let the darkness consume the light. Not because they know everything, but because they understand what can be lost, and therefore they understand what should be cherished. Now I know some of you are tired, very tired. Perhaps you've been carrying your sadness for months, maybe years. Perhaps you've smiled for others while fighting battles nobody sees. Perhaps you've wondered if healing will ever arrive. If that's you, hear this. Healing is not a race. Healing does not move in straight lines. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel like you're back at the beginning. That is normal. That is human. The ocean does not apologize for its waves, and you should not apologize for yours. Keep going. Even if your progress feels invisible, keep going. Even if the road feels lonely, keep going. Even if all you can manage today is one small step, because journeys are not completed through giant leaps. They are completed through countless small steps taken consistently over time. One sunrise, one breath, one conversation, one day at a time, and one day, perhaps when you least expect it, you will notice something remarkable. The wound that once consumed every thought no longer controls every moment. The memory remains, but the pain softens. The scar remains, but the suffering loosens its grip. You laugh again, genuinely. You dream again, fearlessly. You look toward the future and realize it no longer feels like an empty hallway. It feels like possibility. Not because you forgot what happened, but because you grew beyond it, and that is the miracle. Not that life spared you from heartbreak, but that heartbreak failed to stop you. You kept moving, you kept learning, you kept becoming. The road transformed you, and someday, when another weary traveler crosses your path carrying a broken heart of their own, you will understand their pain. You will offer compassion. You will offer wisdom. You will offer hope. Because you walked through darkness yourself. You learned that broken does not mean finished. You learned that scars do not disqualify a person from happiness. You learned that even shattered hearts can still beat with courage. So if your heart is hurting today, if you're carrying loss, if you're standing at a crossroads wondering whether to continue, choose the journey. Choose tomorrow. Choose possibility. Choose faith. Choose life. Not because the road will be easy. It won't. Not because the pain will disappear overnight. It won't. Choose the journey because there is still beauty ahead of you. There are still stories waiting to be written. There are still mountains waiting to be climbed. There are still people waiting to meet the version of you that emerges from this storm. And most importantly, there is still you. A stronger you, a wiser you, a deeper you, a more compassionate you, a person being shaped not by what broke them, but by how they responded to being broken. So carry your scars if you must, carry your memories, carry your lessons, but do not carry the belief that your story is over, because the road stretches onward, the horizon still calls your name, and though your heart may be wounded, it is still beating. still hoping, still dreaming, still moving forward. The journey continues, and so do you. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.